AI can be one of our greatest scientific friends rather than a technological boogeyman, as it's often portrayed. AI has positively revolutionized healthcare, manufacturing, commercial industries, and many more. Yet, it's gotten a bad recent rep due to the prevalence of AI writing and art, which has replaced at least a few human writers and artists. But it may be better to focus our attention on the good things AI is doing and learning to do. Whether it's helping animals in pain, keeping your favorite beverages safe, or cleaning our seas. The following advancements include some incredibly beneficial new uses for AI. Therapy has helped many people overcome mental health hurdles, but it's not as accessible as it could be. Whether due to stereotypical stigma, finances, or other reasons, many people who could theoretically benefit may be missing out. But now, breaking research suggests AI entities like ChatGPT could be as good as, if not better, than actual human psychotherapists. A study involving 800 participants showed that these individuals could rarely identify whether a response was AI-generated. Not only that, but some of the responses were rated higher based on the core principles of psychotherapy. So, in addition to passing the Turing test, such technologies could help make therapy more accessible to those who would benefit. Ensuring consistent quality and safety in the food and beverage industry is much harder than it seems, and honestly, it seems super difficult. So, scientists are creating an electronic tongue to save the day by making sure we get pathogen-free, tasty products every single time. This electronic tongue uses a neural network, which is basically a machine learning system modeled after the human gustatory complex, also known as the tongue-brain axis, that lets us taste things. Taste, by the way, is this nuanced combination of chemical receptors, past experiences, and, well, a little bit of magic. The electronic tongue analyzes chemicals and then confers with AI that's trained on all the relevant data sets. As a result, it can detect freshness, quality, and contamination in beverages like milk, coffee blends, fruit juices, soda, and, all those other delectable drinks. The AI is also able to fine-tune itself. It actually improved from 80% to 95% accuracy when it was allowed to dictate its own quality control parameters. Medical AI has the potential to streamline healthcare like never before. For example, it's actually confirmed that AI makes us laugh by generating images of, say, a feline orchestra performing at the Bucharest National Opera House. But honestly, it should also treat our literal bones, joints, and souls, like diagnosing knee arthritis in medical images, even when that isn't a patient's complaint. Other than low back pain, creaky knees are among the most common issues, especially for folks with active lifestyles or strenuous jobs. Plus, many individuals over 50 develop potentially debilitating knee arthritis. AI could preempt such cases, even as doctors are diagnosing unrelated issues. The AI system works in the background, constantly scanning all X-rays for signs of current and future deterioration. Using an AI model trained on the UK Biobank medical database, which covers 500,000 people, the AI was able to diagnose twice as many arthritis cases as were actually documented in the biobank. Instead of taking our jobs, AI has, so many promising applications to make our world cleaner, greener, and honestly, way less lethal to wildlife. For example, the environmental NGO WWF Germany is using artificial intelligence to help clear the oceans of discarded fishing equipment. Sadly, it's estimated that about 1/5 of the world's fishing gear is lost every year, creating 50,000 tons of ghost nets and other ugly, harmful detritus. Additionally, this discarded or lost fishing gear makes up around 30% of plastic waste in marine environments. Worse yet, it becomes harder to collect as it breaks down into smaller and smaller bits, creating microplastic pollution. Fortunately, AI is assisting by scanning global sonar images to identify lost plastics and other trash with about 90% accuracy. This is a major boon, as personally scanning the sonar images would take, way longer. And the human eye isn't as precise at picking out evidence of pollution. By the way, if there's any topic in this video that catches your eye, just comment down below and let me know if you want me to make a separate video on it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Scientists have actually recreated music from the brain waves of people listening to Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall. The listeners were patients being prepped for epilepsy surgery, and their brainwaves were captured by electrodes on their brains. The recreation is, well, a bit garbled, but it's a huge step in helping those with paralysis regain their unique voice. Recreating speech from brainwaves is already a thing, but it's, unsurprisingly, pretty difficult. It's not just about recreating the words, but also the prosody of the speech, which is, the intonation, rhythms, and other musical elements that go beyond the words we use. Recreating music from brainwaves is a significant step toward totally and faithfully recreating speech for those who can no longer communicate verbally. AI has been, interestingly, looking at a lot of goats lately, and it spells good news for all animals, including possibly humans. The world should definitely do more for the welfare of its critters, and AI could be a massive help by detecting distress and helping our furry or not so furry friends achieve optimal health. Unfortunately, animal suffering and distress often go ignored, but not always for lack of compassion. Sometimes an animal's distress just isn't obvious enough to attract attention. To that end, an AI trained on goat faces is able to recognize goat pain with 80% accuracy, which will surely improve with bigger datasets that contain other animals as well. Such tech could be implemented at veterinary practices and eventually also help people who are non-verbal. One common complaint shared by, pretty much all careers? The annoyance of bureaucracy. Fortunately, AI may make it more manageable. The prototype GovScan is an AI entity that promptly finds information in cumbersome governmental reports. Yeah, those reports that may span hundreds of pages of tedious technical information. GovScan can quickly identify whether a report has the desired info and then retrieve a particular data point within about 30 seconds, rather than the several hours people, like policy analysts, spend searching for a specific tidbit. Such AI-powered tools could be a huge boon to companies and individuals by helping managers, manufacturers, and distributors pinpoint essential business-building information, such as regional regulations. Religion-based AI can theoretically help people connect with their faith. However, the AI priest Father Justin is currently more notable because of the backlash and ecclesiastical can of worms it opened. The whole thing raises many questions, such as whether religion and artificial intelligence can coexist. Is this one area where the human aspect is irrevocably essential? The AI priest, which debuted at Catholic.com, didn't last long in his priestly role. He was quickly demoted, or laicized, to just regular Justin in casual garb, rather than his former priestly adornment. Why? Justin answered religious questions, which is good and the entire point of the project, but he was too human. The AI presented itself as a real ordained being of flesh and blood, which is bad because this leads people to forget that they're talking to a soulless virtual entity. That's the argument anyway. Online shopping is a blessing and a curse. The ability to buy anything you want from the comfort of your armchair can lead to financial perdition. And when you do really need something, the glut of choices can make shopping an annoying exercise in indecision. Yet, fret not, because global technology retailers may take an example from Newegg, which began using ChatGPT to improve its customers' online shopping experience. For example, ChatGPT helps customers build personalized computers that can run Warframe, or whatever one's game of choice, as smoothly as butter. The chatbot also serves as customer support by dispensing conversational interactions that mimic human help. And setting an example for websites across the web, ChatGPT is also fine-tuning on-site text for improved readability and SEO, while crafting email subject lines to increase open rate. AI can help researchers learn more about the origins of life on Earth. It may also eventually answer our most intrinsically important existential question: how common is life in the universe? Here on Earth, newly discovered fossils frequently elucidate or question life's origins. Sometimes, that's because researchers disagree on which fossils do or don't actually show signs of ancient life. Maybe it's just geologic gas bubbles? To reliably detect life on Mars, which was once very habitable, science has to reliably detect the evidence of ancient life on Earth. Fortunately, AI can differentiate between signs of life and signs of non-life trapped in fossils. It does so in multiple ways, like splitting a specimen into its component parts, analyzing the parts, and then comparing them to a vast database of previously confirmed samples. So far, the AI has achieved 90% accuracy in determining if a sample is biotic or abiotic. Wow, you guys have made it till the end of the video. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch another one of my videos right after this one. So go ahead and check it out. Thanks for sticking around. See you soon. Until then, peace.